High above the oceans, I bring my enemy down. As limitless is the ocean, so are my opportunities to make a career out of comedy, to serve the nation with honor, to succeed in battle and in life. The Navy gives you more.
The Navy gives me responsibility.
The Navy gives me respect. The Navy gives me recreation. The Navy gives you more.
पहले तो रिमूव करा दे बच्चों से आप
हाँ remove करा देंगे.
The Navy gives me pride.
Navy gives me progress.
The Navy gives you more.
You think you've seen it all? Think again. Beyond the silence of the deepest oceans, rises of a mighty force. A force deep in the dark and unknown, living with courage and integrity, silently at the helm of a mighty submarine. You think you've seen it all? Think again.
So,
Beyond the silence of the deepest oceans, lies a mighty force. A force whose bravest rise from the darkest depths when the world sleeps. Far away from city lights, drowning in the glory of white. Beyond the silence of the deepest oceans, lights streams of a mighty force. Force whose bravest rise the darkest steps when the world sleeps. Far away.
क्या आप इस मिशन के लिए तैयार है? क्या आप इस मिशन के लिए तैयार है?
वहाँ जहाँ पे हाँ हो गया सर. हाँ. सर
मास्टर पूजी जी के साथ चने जो चने
Jain sir, may I have the permission to start, sir? Jain sir.
क्या आप इस मिशन के लिए तैयार है? क्या बदले के लिए आपका खून खोल रहा है? Who are we? इंडियन आर्मी ने जंग शुरू नहीं की थी, but we will bloody hell finish it. How's the Josh? How's the Josh? I said, how's the Josh?
I am very sure the Josh is high. Hello friends, my name is Captain Himanshi. I belong to one of the most prestigious and glorious regiment of Bombay Engineering Group, the team Most Fine. We draw our roots from the great Maratha warriors and the fearless Sikh. I belong to a very humble background and had no knowledge about the armed forces until I became the part of one. When I joined the academy, I was told that I have to run a distance of 5 kilometers. For the first time, I was not aware that I'm able to do it or not. But once I did it, I was so happy about the achievement. This is what the armed force is about. It empowers you to do things that you cannot imagine. And this is how a life of an ordinary girl became extraordinary. I will share with you about the armed forces. There are three main pillars of armed forces: the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force, and the Indian Navy. So, do you think that you have it in you? What are the attributes of a satisfying profession? You all, sooner or later, are going to decide what you want to achieve in your life. You all are the warriors in your own life. So, what do you think are the attributes of a satisfying profession? Any one of you? Very well brought out. Anyone else? Please raise your hand or stand up. Yeah, you, this. Yes. You want to contribute something? Just an, yeah, please. Very well brought out. So let's see. In addition to that, what are the attributes of a satisfying profession? It gives you professional advancement. It gives you the security, the financial stability, the social status that we enjoy cannot be experienced anywhere else. The quality of life that we live is extraordinary. Variety of lifestyle and our life is an adventure on daily basis. The aim of my talk today is to motivate the warrior students to join the Indian Armed Forces as a profession for life. During my talk, we'll look at the Indian Armed Forces, the life in Indian Armed Forces, and how can you join the Indian Armed Forces as an officer. The Indian Armed Forces at a glance. The Indian Air Force is the air arm of the Indian Armed Forces. It is the fourth largest air force in the world. Its primary mission is to secure the airspace and conduct aerial warfare against the adversaries. It's a short clip just to give you a brief of Indian Army.
Sleep well, my mother. Sleep well, my father. Another beautiful dawn is on its way. Sleep well, my sister. Sleep well, my brother. There are still stars in the sky. Sleep well, my daughter. Sleep well, my son. May all your dreams be sweet. Sleep well, my motherland. While I watch over you from far above, I will let nothing come between me and all that I love.
Who can tell me the name of a country after which an ocean has been named? It's a simple question. Yes, India indeed. It is the only nation after which the entire ocean has been named. Indian Peninsula has a coastline of 7,500 kilometers, and the Herculean task of guarding the warm waters of Indian Ocean is done by the Indian Navy and the Coast Guard. Indian Army is the major force of Indian Armed Forces.
You'll never see us. Because we don't exist. You'll never hear about us. Because it never happened. You'll never know the things we know. And because we don't exist, you're safe. You'll never feel a close shave. We don't exist for claim to fame. Of course we have a name. Only you don't know about it. We don't exist. So that you can.
The Indian Army comprises of the combat arms, battle enablers, combat support arms, and the logistic services. Army aviation is the most potent combat arm of Indian Army. It acts as an air cavalry in air maneuver in any battlefield. Armored corps or mechanized infantry. If you ever got fascinated by a fast and furious sports car, then you should probably hear the battle tank roaring. The armored and the mechanized infantries are always on wheels and tracks. Once a battlefield is overrun by the tank, it is no more considered as a battlefield. The tank or the infantry carrier vehicle have a lethality to neutralize the enemy, of fast maneuverability and platform for self-protection.
I'm a warrior who rides an iron beast. It's a monster, always ready for a feast. Take her off through, always side by side, to the middle. In the journey that's not so gentle.
Infantry, the boots on the ground, the man who wades through the water, climbs, surpasses the obstacle in his way. He is our infantryman. Infantry is also known as the queen of the battlefield. It is the major arm of the Indian Army, which changes the face of the battle by engaging in the close battle with the enemy. They are the backbone of Indian Army.
कतरा कतरा खून का देश पे है कुर्बान, इन्फेंट्री के वीर हैं हम नाज़े हिंदुस्तान। चलते हैं सीना तान के, हमारे हौसले हैं चट्टान, इन कदमों में आंधी पले है मुट्ठी में तूफान। शेर जिगर फौलाद हैं हम, हिंद की हैं संतान, कदमों के तले रौंद चले दुश्मन का ईमान।
The battle enablers. These all are the battle enablers. No battle is successful without a good communication, and this is ensured by a signal man. They ensure that the communication never gets cut off. They can even jeopardize the enemy battle plan by jamming their equipment. The core of Army Air Defense. They are the protectors of the airspace of any battlefield, marching along the combat arms. Military intelligence. It is responsible for the collection of intelligence and counterintelligence in any operation of Indian Army. Artillery, one of the most lethal arm of Indian Army. They not only destroy the bunkers, they demolish the mountains and will of enemy to fight. The artillery platforms are highly potent in destruction of enemy in any operation. With the long range of weapon system, artillery is able to reach far and wide into the enemy territory. Victory won in the Kargil War is the testimony of the same, where the Bofors system was used in evicting the infiltrators and crushing the will of enemy to fight. How many of you have heard of engineers? Very less. It's a very common profession, I guess. Okay. So the engineers that you have heard, I am also an engineer, but we are different. The Indian Army engineers, famously called as sappers, the first one to enter into a battle zone and always are the last one to come out. They either find their way or make one. The survivability, mobility, and counter mobility are the essence of engineering tasks in any operation. Engineers ensure the smooth passage of men and equipment into a battlefield through tough terrain, whether the icy peak of the Himalayas, thick jungle of the northeast, or Jammu and Kashmir, the arid desert of Rajasthan. Engineers are omnivore.
The Army engineers, also known as sappers. Sappers are engineers by qualification. They also train in armed combat as infantry soldiers. During war, these engineers fight alongside the infantry after executing their engineering tasks. The combat engineers are experts in constructing and commissioning bridges. In a very short time, they deploy a wide lineup of bridges in combat zones, suited to the landscape and demands of the battle. The engineer's arsenal includes both mechanically as well as manually launched bridges.
The Logistic Support Arms, the Army Service Corps, also known as ASC. No battle can be won with the empty stomach, and the same is ensured by the ASC by supplying the fuel for the vehicle and food for the men. The Army Ordnance Corps, also known as AOC, Men fight their battle till the last bullet, and AOC is the one which ensures that there is no last bullet. It also supplies the arms and clothing to the troops of Indian Army. The Corps of Electrical and Mechanical Engineer makes sure that the equipment and the vehicles are battle ready, and to ensure that they carry out the regular repairs and maintenance. The Army Medical Corps, also known as AMC, the noblest of all and the bravest. Our doctors operate in inclement weather and in inhospitable terrain just to ensure the health, hygiene, and well-being of all Army personnel. The medical student can also join the AMC, which is known as Army Medical Corps, or APC, the Army
अच्छा
Dental
ये
as a
लिंक जो आपने भेजा है ये तो मीटिंग कोड है पासवर्ड है अच्छा हाँ मैंने कर लिया हाँ हाँ स्टाफ में चार पांच लोग ये
the life in Indian Armed Forces. I will show you a very short video.
Honestly and faithfully serve in the regular army of the Union of India and go wherever ordered. Land, sea, or air. That I will observe and obey. Of the President of the Union of India. And commander, any officer, set over me, even to the peril of my life.
Can anyone tell me the name of movie?
Lakshya.
Yes, it is Lakshya. The scene is from movie Lakshya, which was based on the Kargil operation. The oath-taking ceremony at the commissioning is a very nostalgic event in the life of any Indian Armed Force officers. So, I will tell you about once you join the Indian Armed Forces, what lifestyle the Armed Forces offers you. A very normal question that I encounter whenever I go on leave or whenever I talk to my civilian friends. What do you do? What is your job? The life of Army person is full of adventure. By adventure, I don't mean that we go on scuba diving or skydiving on daily basis. But by adventure, I mean we take part in the active operation, we rescue people and participate in special operations and United Nations peacekeeping mission. The persona of an army person, the aura of an army person is very charismatic. They are meant to be physically fit and mentally robust. As my personal experience when I was a kid, I used to see an army person. The immense respect used to come from within. And I hope this is the same with most of us. Am I right? Whenever we see an army person, we feel that he or she is different from us because they have in it. They have in it. The professional growth does not stop at the commissioning. It starts and is continuous throughout the life of any person. The different courses are offered by Army that ensures the continuous upgradation and honing of an individual's skill. If you love traveling, this is the profession for you. Pack your bags every 2 years and move to new station. While the most of the people pay to visit the different places, we get paid to move and serve. The facilities that are provided by military are of top notch. The cantonment area is said to be the safest. It is the best place to groom oneself and excel in many fields. And here it comes, finally, the adventure. We have our own adventure wing, the Army Adventure Wing, provides the opportunity to groom oneself, be it land, air, or water. The adventure courses that are provided by Army are enlisted here. The skydiving, the motorcycle rally, the scuba diving, and the list goes on. Our social culture is not less than any Bollywood event. We work hard, we play harder, and we make merry the hardest. Army gives you this much, and thus the army person have done justice to the adventurous life they have and have proven themselves in every field, be it sport, glamour, or talent. Some of the greatest achievers who have military genetic makeup are shown on the screen. I am very sure after listening to all of this, your adrenaline must be rushing to know how to join the Indian Armed Forces and live life less ordinary. There are two types of commission. The President's Permanent Commission, in which you get to serve till the time of your retirement. The institutes that offers the Permanent Commission are the National Defense Academy, Indian Military Academy, Air Force Academy, Indian Naval Academy, and Cadets Training Wing. The President's Short Service Commission, also known as SSC, in which officers get commissioned for 10 years and extendable up to 4 years. After that, it is person's choice either to opt for the permanent commission or opt out from the forces. The women officers are also eligible for the permanent commission. These are the different entries through which you can join the army. The entries that are marked in blue are the entries in which a girl can become a lady cadet and finally can become a woman officer and can join the elite Indian Armed Forces. Women can also join the armed forces through Air Force or through Navy. There is a short video that we'll be showing you just to motivate you. Meanwhile, this video is playing. Does anyone has any question? The offer of my question is still valid. Does anyone has any question? Jen,
No,
sir?
ma'am. No.
Please, sir.
No, ma'am. Jai Hind, ma'am. Jai Hind.
Video.
Ma'am, how many passing marks in NDA?